XRP hit its target as expected on Thursday. Since then, we have seen some downward price pressure for XRP. And in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the technical analysis, where I'll be sharing my short to medium term price expectations when it comes to XRP's price. As I get into today's video, if you do find it useful and informative, smash that like button. If you are new to the channel, subscribe, and let's take a look at what's going on with XRP's price action. So here we have XRP paired up with USDT. This is the 1 hour Binance chart. You can see that we were looking for a move to the upside between 56.23 to 56.98. This is the slightly refined area. You can see this huge wick coming in here at the 0500 hours on Thursday, the clean rejection from here coming down towards the 200 EMA. We were looking for a short position in this range coming in here, tight stop loss above, and then of course, targeting out that 200 EMA. Like I said, we could also give it some breathing room to give ourselves a nice 1.5 risk reward ratio, putting that stop loss a little bit higher, which would have been around 57.87 approximately. So you can see a great trade opportunity played out. We've found brief support here on the hourly 200 EMA. Okay, so brief support was found at 1800 hours on Thursday, resistance on the 50 SMA, the yellow line, coming back down lower and closing lower again. The second close here are lower than the 200 hourly EMA. We then obviously see a bit of a move back towards the 250 EMA, 50 SMAs, a little close above, rejection again coming down, support still on that 200 EMA. So at the moment, it looks like the 200 EMA is holding up reasonably well, like it had done previously across here as well. Okay, so it's looking okay. However, I suspect that this rejection that we're facing right now at the point of recording, which is approximately 0500 hours UTC, is going to be where we actually start to see more slippage to the downside. Now, it's still possible that we have a little bit more of a run to the upside, okay, just kind of liquidating any shorts that are going to be a little bit premature coming in here. We can see the potential for this to move up a little bit further towards 55.07 to 55.21. Again, kind of retesting out that slight area of resistance that we had previously. Okay, so it's possible that we actually look for this range right here. 55.14 to 55.32. Okay, although minimum expectations have already been met. So if I were to be looking to short the market for XRP, what would I be doing? Well, we could obviously use market price as a guide. We'll put our stop loss above the previous swing high, and we target out that 1.5 risk reward ratio, which will put us right down here at this level. Okay, so hypothetically, we look for something to this effect, coming in at an entry around 54.68, 55.39 on the stop loss, and 53.61 on the take profit. Why is this important? Well, taking a look at this, we can see it's a three-wave move to the upside, although we still have the potential for much better entries, as you can kind of see here, and no guarantees can be made. Okay, so minimum expectations have already been met. Clean rejection here, at least at the point of recording, from the 50 simple moving average, although still possible to move on up a little bit higher. This part of this, to me, looks like we're in a three-wave correction to the downside. And of course, if we ideally actually want to get a better entry because we want to target out that swing low. Okay, and for that, we can acknowledge that move in itself, let's take the current existing swing high, would put us between 53.97 to 53.73. Okay, so therefore we would want to lower our stop loss to that slightly higher range. It's a 1-to-1 risk reward ratio, but if I move this up to where we are right now, you can see it starts to change. We ideally want to test out that range once again towards the 50 EMA for an entry to make this one nice. So again, we'll be looking ideally more for an entry around 54.83 with that take profit at 53.97. This would then basically form out that three-wave structure that you see there. Okay, so from a trading of XRP point of view, the next kind of structure is this one. However, it's also possible that we experience a bigger move to the downside since our rejection from this higher range to this low range. So essentially that move that we had on Thursday at 0500 to the midnight candle on the Friday the 18th, this swing high that we currently find ourselves in is projecting 52.7 to 52.1. So we could see a much bigger, steeper breakdown. So trailing stops, things like that is also something that we kind of need to consider. The other thing to bear in mind is we could actually be stuck in a bit of a ranging market for a little bit. Okay, and that that would actually look more like this. So we'd have a three-wave pattern kind of playing out in a ranging market before eventually breaking down from the continuation pattern into those lower range targets. Okay, lots of updates on this move is going to happen over the next few days because it does to me look like we're going to be experiencing a lot of volatility when it comes to XRP. Hopefully we can have this little run to the upside at 55.14 to 55.32. The momentum doesn't support a huge move, but it does support a little bit more room to the upside. So we might get a better entry on those short positions, get a better risk reward ratio, all of that kind of stuff. Better percentage gains can be made from that perspective. Taking a look at the divergence indicator, if I can turn it on there, we can see that we've just been dancing around this mid level. No divergence is noted there. Histogram is very interesting here as we have had higher highs on our price action within this little move. So we have a little higher high in here, and at the same point as that going on, we have lower volume coming in here. Okay, and this momentum, the histogram here, shows us that there's actually divergence here. It shows that there's weakness in this move to the upside. So although higher highs, they're not strong enough to actually push the histogram into higher highs. So you have lower highs on your histogram, higher highs on your price action, a bearish divergence. We expect price to move down. Obviously, no guarantees. You can also see some interesting kind of stuff from our previous red histograms here. Now this one actually shows strength in selling across this time frame. As we zoom out a little bit, you can see that we had large volumes here, but larger volumes here as we pushed down a little bit more. So there's actually strength in the selling pressure. So a little bit of divergence is quite interesting here, where we have actually got some hidden divergences going on there. So for the most part, to me, it does look like we are to see more volatility for XRP on the 1 hour. The trade opportunity in my mind is to go short on XRP, but I do think there's better entries than the current market price that it is today at the point of recording today's video. So I think we're going to have a little bit push to the upside, really kind of toying with the idea of grabbing some of that liquidity, liquidating those shorts before actually moving the price to the downside. But my next play, I think, will be to short XRP. And talking about trading, Blowfin are killing it with their promotional activity at the minute. If you're new to Blowfin, this is your chance to grab a slice of a massive 60,000 USDT prize pool. Yes, Blowfin is rolling out an awesome promotion where new users can earn their share of 60,000 USDT just for signing up, predicting Champion League results, and trading on their platform. Blowfin, one of the rising crypto exchanges, is giving new users the opportunity to win big. How? By signing up and participating in trading. You can get your share of 60,000 USDT. Whether you're a seasoned trader or new to the game, Blowfin is making it rewarding for everyone to jump in. Here's how you can participate. Step 1. Sign up on Blowfin using the referral link in the description. Step 2. Start trading on the platform, where your trades will count towards the tickets and points for the prize pool. Step 3. By being an active trader, you'll be eligible for more tickets, points, and your share of 60,000 USDT rewards. This is an exclusive promotion offered by Blowfin. For all the terms and conditions, click the link in the description. This promotion, of course, is not affiliated with YouTube or Cheeky Crypto in any way, but is a fantastic promotion offered by Blowfin. So what are you waiting for? This is a limited time offer, and you definitely don't want to miss out on your chance to grab some USDT. Hit that link in the description, sign up to Blowfin, start trading, and get in on your chance to win big. Don't miss out on this incredible opportunity with Blowfin. Sign up, trade, and claim your share of that 60,000 USDT prize pool. Good luck and happy trading. Okay, so let's go ahead and roll this up into a daily time frame. Let's turn the histogram off, bring in the stochastics. I'm going to close that off for now. We are still in that short idea on the daily time frame. So obviously, as I said before, we were finding this resistance on the 200 EMA. It remains 200 daily EMA resistance. You can see here, guys, that we tested it on the 14th of October, tested on the 15th, we tested it on the 16th, we tested it on the 17th, 18th, and we are, of course, the 19th today. There are no closed positions up here. Okay, in fact, the highest closed position that we had was actually on the 14th of October at a close of 54.8 83 cents. Okay, since then we haven't had a close higher, and that is a huge pocket of selling pressure here, lots of resistance, which is why we were saying that 200 EMA is going to be the short idea, right? And you can see here that we are still in profit on it, and we are targeting out those lower ranges. I still, of course, expect there to be a lot more volatility on the daily time frame when it comes to the price action of XRP, right? We're not going to be through the woods just yet. We might see, more kind of pushes upwards into these ranges, but until we kind of see a reason to be bullish on this daily chart, we haven't got any closed positions above the 200 EMA. We can see, of course, death cross potentially looming here, with that yellow line potentially looking to come down lower than the 200 EMA. The convergence of all of these EMAs is a little bit concerning. Now, of course, on this kind of zoomed in view here, you can see that we are in higher highs, and of course that we are in higher lows, right, on this daily time frame. So it gives a lot of people kind of hope that maybe there's a bigger reversal happening. If I go ahead and actually draw in a trend line here and show you what this kind of looks like from that kind of perspective, we can see that there is, of course, this kind of rising wedge pattern. It's not as steep as maybe you would like it to be. It's not a clean picture of it, but you can kind of see here it gets narrower as time progresses. This type of continuation pattern is also known as a bear flag. Okay, so you can see that we have this kind of pole coming in down here. Okay, coming in nice and strong. We then have a continuation pattern with higher highs and higher lows. What a lot of people don't acknowledge within that is that you have the overlapping candlesticks that go on inside it. Tells us that this is very short term, and although it's great to see a little bit of green in the market, ultimately, it's a continuation pattern where we see a breakdown. So again, we can take a look at the stochastic RSI being up in the overbought area. So we are looking for momentum to start shifting down. We can take a look at the divergence indicator, also still in bearish territory, lower than 50. Okay, we can take a look at the histogram and take a look to see whether we've got some divergences occurring. And we can see here, interestingly, the selling pressure has mounted. So this kind of divergence right here, we actually have a higher low, okay, while simultaneously having a lower low on the histogram. Okay, so again, this shows us that there is bearish divergence here when it comes to XRP's price action. Okay, so we can see that not only on the smaller time frames are we experiencing volatility, we can also see it across the stochastic RSI, the relative strength index, the MACD histogram. Taking a look at the volume profiles, you can also see volume profiles are lower as we kind of have this push to the upside. Volumes were higher on the move to the downside. Again, a very stereotypical kind of bear flag territory is where you have large volume for the pole and then smaller volume on the flag. Okay, so there's weakness in this correction, this relief rally to the upside. So again, to kind of reiterate, we have a stochastic RSI that is overbought, right? So buyers are exhausted. We have a relative strength index that's basically lower than 50 and testing it out to see if it is going to be resistance. We have the histogram on the MACD showing us that there is bearish divergence. We can also see the volume profile support the idea of a bear flag. We also have the 200 daily EMA also showing us as resistance, along with the 50 EMA and 50 SMA. The 50 SMA also coming down very close towards and converging on the 200 EMA. That is a death cross in the making. Ultimately, there isn't a lot of positivity in the daily chart for XRP, but that's because we've zoomed right in. If we zoom out and we actually take stock of the situation, what are we actually looking at? Are we all that bearish on these moves? Well, not really. Okay, on a bigger macro scale, yeah, sure, we've just been ranging sideways, and I've been through this a number of times. We have the high range of expectations around, that 65 cents to 75 cents, and then we have the lower range expectations between 33 and 46 cents. And basically, when the price comes into low ranges, it bounces right up to the high ranges. And when it hits the high ranges, it crashes all the way down to the low ranges. Nothing much has really changed. And that's because from a fundamental standpoint, although there's a lot of development work going on, there's lots of things going on with the swell event and so forth for XRP, it hasn't really changed the fact that we have uncertainty when it comes to the SEC and the legal dramas. Therefore, we're just stuck in a range, and we've been stuck in a range for a very long time. As you can kind of see here, all of the analysis, we hit the high range expectations. We haven't really gone down low enough, in my opinion, yet on XRP's kind of big corrective move before we get into the big runs to the upside. Of course, I'd love to be wrong about that, and I'd like to see us really get a breakout much sooner, and minimum expectations have already been technically met with a low around 38 cents. So it's possible that we have bottomed and we are going to be looking for a move to the upside. But I'm also a bit of a skeptic here, because if the legal drama continues and gets dragged out, there's no reason why we can't come down lower into that range and heading more towards 33 cents. Hopefully that isn't the case, but you know, we have a lot of bearish things going on the daily chart. But on a zoomed out view like this, actually, we're not bad. It's not the worst chart I've ever seen. And this is looking like we actually have a pretty decent bear market low point coming in at 28.72. This is back in June of 2022. And we are still targeting $5 to $11, in my opinion, for XRP in that next big bullish market. But there are some major caveats to that. We obviously do need to see the legal dramas with the SEC come to conclusion. We need to see clarity given to digital assets, crypto assets in the US. And XRP will be flying on the back of that. And of course, we've got all this other stuff going on with BRICS nations and various other things, US dollar. There's lots of political things also in play here as well. So there's lots of fundamental things that can shift and change. Based on everything that we see in the charts, though, there isn't a lot of reasons for traders to jump in just yet. I think, though, in the next few months, that's going to be very, very different. And I do think we're going to see XRP absolutely flying, which is why I'm still confident on the $5 to $11 target that I have for XRP. Of course, lots of things can change, but for now, to me, it looks like there's some money to be made by shorting the market, taking advantage of these kind of wild swings in between the low range and the high range in this ranging market, and getting ready for kind of building those positions for 2025. Of course, these are just my thoughts and opinions on the data in the charts as I personally see it, but what do you think? Let me know in the comments down below, or join us in our free Discord. So I'd like to get your thoughts and opinions as to where you think XRP is heading. And of course, if you have found this video helpful, don't forget to smash that like button. If you are new here, make sure to subscribe and ring that bell so you never miss another update. And if you haven't done so already, check this video out right here. It's not one that you're going to want to miss.